Oh. I just blew a really big one. I was going to blow another one and impress you. It was like that big. Hi. I just got out of the shower. And I'll sit down and make a quick one before I turn on the TV. And we have that Xbox, you know, so, and I have a Netflix subscription, so we can watch Netflix stuff, all their free stuff to watch. We can watch it on the big TV, almost called a plasma. It's a LED, I don't know, whatever. It's a nice big TV. And Falcon brought that with him. It's his baby. So I'm probably going to work on cutting up that tie-dye shirt I was talking about. I took it apart yesterday, cut the sleeves off and the bands and all that stuff. Cut it in strips now. But Falcon, bless his heart, poor boy, he, his boss slated him to work 9 a.m. this morning, which is not unusual. And then told him, hey, the floor cleaners are coming in tonight. I need you to stay. And that meant him being there till 2 or 3 in the morning. Me being the one that has to drive him there. 9 a.m. to 3 in the morning. That was supposed to be his work schedule. And he kind of, I don't know, talked to the boss about it, I guess. The boss is like, well, maybe you can go home a little early. So he got to leave there at 3 this afternoon. And I went and picked him up and brought him back. I got a phone call. I was trying to take a little bit of a nap before I had to go get him. And I got a phone call from the car rental place saying, your credit card won't allow us to hold your car any more days. When are you going to bring it back? And obviously the guy I talked to was kind of new or something, and he didn't really know quite what he was talking about. Because I was like, oh, well, we finally got our car in the shop, and it's going to be a few days before it's repaired. And he says, well, do you have another credit card we could use? I don't, really. I mean, I have my Visa check card, but they don't accept that without some kind of like $200 deposit. So, and then I thought, well, my mom has a credit card that sometimes she'll let me put big stuff on and I can pay it off. So, I was like, well, can I just give you the number of that credit card? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I told him it's my mother's, and he's like, she'll have to come down here and sign papers and blah, blah, blah. And it was this whole big thing of she couldn't go until 5 o'clock, but I was supposed to pick him up in the town north of her at 3, which would mean he and I would have to find something to do for 2 hours and then do all that and then come home for a couple hours and then take him back. It was stupid. He was supposed to be back at 10 o'clock, at 10 p.m. Finally got it all worked out. She talked to someone else down there. I'm like, nah, you don't need to come in. Just give us the number off of it. So we did that. Got it worked out. Thank goodness. And Falcon and I came on back home. And we tried to sleep, but his phone kept ringing. And then we're like a couple little kids. You put us in bed together. And honestly, it's not like Passion Party. It's like Romper Room more, really. Silliness, just pure silliness. Like, he'll stick his finger up my nose and dig around. I don't tend to have boogers, but I have allergies, so it's usually kind of moist in there. And he will, yeah, and then wipe it on my lips. It's kind of like a Dirty Sanchez, but a little different. And it's like G-rated Dirty Sanchez. It's disgusting. And of course I'm squealing and trying to get away, and we're talking about whose thighs are stronger, and I got his leg in a vice-like grip, and he claimed he could break out of it, and he couldn't. He tried and he tried and he tried and he couldn't. He had to like kick me with his other leg. Anyway, and then we're laughing and we're doing all that stupid stuff, and you know, it's not very conducive to sleep. So he didn't get a nap, bless his heart, and poor baby. And he borrowed my mom's car so I wouldn't have to drive him all the way back again today. And took himself to work, and that's where he is now. But at least, I mean, there's tons of books and magazines in there. It's like that. If you were to sorry, bubble gum on my fingers. If you were to tell me you've got to go and sit at this store for like 3 hours or 4 hours or however long it's going to be, 5 hours, I don't know, while they clean the floors, I would be Brer Rabbit in the Briar Patch. I would, because I would be so happy. I would be in my happy place. I would be with a big stack of magazines and books and in one of those comfy chairs. That'd be it for me, dude. I would be thrilled. But he took one of his little game systems with him, his little DS. And he'll probably play that, make phone calls and stuff. It was just a pain in the butt to not be able to lie down and go to sleep tonight. He had to instead get up and go back to work and drive all that way. Then he can't get out until the wee hours, which is stupid. Anyway, whatever. It's part of the job, I guess. And I'm sure I'll be asleep by the time he comes in. All suited up in my mask, which it seems... Never mind. Never mind, like I say it. Anyway, and today I went to there's a dollar store over there next to where he works. And it's not a Dollar Tree, but most things in there are $1. And they got great stuff, and it's different than Dollar Tree stuff. And I had just watched a video, ran across the video yesterday, a girl who does like makeup tutorials, and I'm fascinated by watching the makeup tutorials. And she was showing how she had made some little hair extensions. She had bought a piece of real human hair that they use for doing weaves and stuff, I guess. And it's kind of sewn across the top, so it holds the hair together. And she cut it into little strips. And she said, get the blonde, the platinum blonde, and then you can dye it whatever color you want. And she dyed hers like hot pink. She bought some, not Manic Panic, but something like that. You know, one of those kind of punk colors. I love those dyes. I used to use those dyes all the time. But, and then she sewed it on, or hot glued it onto a little teeny tiny clippy thing. And I was going to make some. Long story made short. I was going to make some, but then I found these. They're acrylic. They're not real hair, and they're super shiny, which my hair is not super shiny right now, so they look very, very fake. I figured if nothing else, even if I abandon them, I can use the little clips to make some real ones. You're supposed to, my hair's wet right now, so I can't really do a lot. You're supposed to separate your hair and hairspray it and rat it a little bit, and then stick that down in there and clip it, and then put your real hair over it. And I cut them, they were way long, and they're still maybe a little bit too long, but my hair's growing, so, you know. And you can brush them or whatever. And I thought I could do a twist thing. And I don't know. I'm just messing with them. They're fun. They were cheap. Ow! Anyway, I am boring myself. Just kind of catching you up on what's going on in my life. That's about it, I guess. Bye-bye.